Hey everyone, and welcome back to Zero Escape 999, where last time we escaped the captain's quarters after finding a mysterious dead man who, by all appearances, seems to be Zero. He's wearing the Zero bracelet, he's wearing the captain's clothes, and he's just dead right in the middle of the captain's quarters. So if Zero's dead, who killed him? Who is killing everyone? What is happening on this ship? They stepped out of the captain's quarters and into another hallway. The hallway stretched out in front of Junpei for a bit before turning left like a great backward L. Junpei rounded the corner and took off down the straightaway. He ran, and ran, and ran. At the end of the hallway was a door. He made straight for it. He was nearly halfway to it when he noticed a piece of paper in the middle of the floor. Please be a map, please be a map, please be a map. What was a piece of paper doing in the middle of the hallway? Junpei skidded to a halt. He dropped down to his hands and knees and quickly tore the paper off the floor. Tore? Was it attached? Yes! Now that he had a chance to examine it more closely, it was clear that it was a map. More specifically, it was a map of the ship's interior for the A deck. Yes, 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 you know how much I love the map. I love looking at the map for some reason. What's wrong? Ace, slightly slower by virtue of his advanced age, had finally caught up to Junpei. Junpei said nothing, simply showed Ace what he had found. He looked at it long enough to determine what it was and nodded. I see. With that, he began running again past Junpei. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace. And I got up to check out the map. Alright, A deck, A deck, A deck. So, there's a grand staircase. We went through, it was a left side door, so we went along the top hallway to here. Chart room, wheelhouse. Then we went through to captain's quarters and communications office. And now the hallway's leading us back to the staircase. Got it. Okay. Now, what I want to know, the sun door. What deck was that on? Was that on A, B, or C? What level was that on? It was on C deck. Okay. It was a right-hand door on C deck that leads to the submarine room. Got it. I have been wondering about that for a while. Good to know where it's at. So then that is directly above the boiler room then. That would be directly... Can that be directly above the boiler room? I feel like it kind of has to be. Unless the boiler room is way back at the back of the ship, but that's not marked. Storage. That has to be where the submarine is, because that doesn't look like the storage room we saw when we were in storage through door 6. That looks like a very different storage room. But then they said the boiler room reached up 3 stories, so that would be into C deck. I'm so confused by the layout of the ship. Junpei shoved the map into his pocket and got up to follow Ace, but something stopped him. I should have paused there to look at the map. It was me looking at the map. Hey, where's Clover? He turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. Where is she? Damn it, what the hell is she up to? Junpei muttered angrily under his breath and took off back the way he'd come. As he stomped around the corner, he saw her. She was standing in front of the door to the captain's quarters, her hand on the doorknob. As Junpei watched, she'd closed it gently and quietly. What the hell are you doing? Junpei, come on. Be nice. Nothing? What do you mean, nothing? Clover had unconsciously put her hands over the pockets of her jacket as if trying to hide something. There's something in there for sure. What the hell is that? Junpei, why are you so angry? What? You've got something in your pocket. What is it? Oh, this? This is... I wonder. What the hell? Come on, we gotta hurry. Clover, what are you... With that, Clover ran straight past the somewhat confused Junpei. As she did, he caught a glimpse of her back. Sticking up from her collar was something that looked like a big wooden stick. Hey, Clover, what the hell's that thing on your back? She didn't respond. Instead, she quickly turned the corner and disappeared. Clover, what is going on with you? Junpei did his best to convince himself that it would make sense later and ran off after Clover. What is she doing? Junpei pushed through the door and found himself in a large room with a large set of stairs. It was just what he'd expected to see after reading the map. His "I see" after reading the map himself meant that Ace had probably realized the same thing. Junpei looked around, but Ace was nowhere to be seen. He put his hand on the handrail and leaned over to look down. There he was, and not just Ace, Santa, June, Seven, and Lotus as well. Junpei and Clover glanced at each other and hurried down the stairs. Okay, everyone's back together. They went through door 6. So they've seen door 9. Yes! Oh, my God, we might actually get out of here. They reached B deck at the same time. Everyone's here! Everyone's here. Hang on, you said everyone's here, right? You said everyone is here, right? Please, Ace, Santa, Clover is with us. Junpei is us. June, Seven, and Lotus. That's everyone. That's everyone. We're getting out of here. We are getting out of here. They reached B deck at the same time. Junpei! Clover! June's face was excited. Something had happened, that much Junpei could tell by simply looking at her. What's up? Given their situation, he was not inclined to be excited about sudden developments. June, however, couldn't contain herself. We found it! Found what? We found it! What did you find? The last door! We found door 9! What? Come on, just follow us. We'll explain on the way. Okay, let's go. Seven turned and jogged off down the stairs. The rest followed. We finally made it. The relief and excitement in her voice echoed what each one of them felt. Yeah, it's finally time. Junpei wasn't quite ready to believe they'd really done it, at least not just yet. Right, we don't have Snake. Snake's dead, so Seven can't go through. At minimum, one person, and if it's just one person, then it's Seven. Still, if everyone said that it was door 9, then it probably was. You could feel his heart racing. A mixture of anticipation and fear ran through his veins, and he could feel his legs shaking. He was doing his best to maintain a sense of healthy skepticism, but he couldn't deny that the prospect of escape was an exciting one. But there was one thing he couldn't get off his mind. The numbered door could only accommodate between 3 and 5 people. There were 7 of them on their way to door 9. That meant that even in the best case scenario, there would be 2 of them who would have to stay behind. 2 people. He didn't have any solutions to that problem yet, but he was desperately hoping one would present itself. Junpei looked over at the clock. The hands indicated that it was 4:30. They had 90 minutes before their time was up. Hey, Junpei! June! What the hell are you two doing? Hurry it up! Santa's voice jolted Junpei out of his reverie. Let's go, Junpei! June took off down the stairs, jogging as quickly as she could. Junpei followed. They were quiet for a while until... They had just reached C deck when Clover spoke. Hey, what about door 2? Everyone else stopped. They all turned to look at Clover. Seven spoke. What about door 2? Door 2 is the only one we haven't gone through it, I mean. Yes, that is true. Are you guys okay with that? I mean, Clover, we have everything we could need to get out of here. We've got door 9. We have everyone. Let's go. Not investigating it, I mean. So what? We found door 9. We don't need any of the other doors. What's the point? Oh, Clover. What's the point in going to door 9? We can't all go through it, can we? Then we should do what we have to do before we go any further. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. The best way to finish it quickly is to do the border pieces first. You know? Or what? You think all 7 of us should go to door 9, and then we argue over who stays behind and who gets to go? Do we really want to do that again? Clover, Who knows? If we check out door 2, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we can find a way to get all of us out. I don't know what might be in there. We might not find anything, but don't you think it'd be better to at least have a look? I mean, am I wrong? Does that sound wrong to you guys? Clover. There is the submarine. If we go through door 2, we can get to the submarine, but we have only 90 minutes, and we don't know if that submarine will actually get us out, or if it's a trap that Zero set. We don't know. I don't know if we'll have enough time to investigate it and make sure it's safe. Yeah, you do have a point. The others nodded in agreement. The last time I checked the clock, it was 4:30. It's not like we've got a lot of time, but if we're quick about it, we might have time to go take a look. You're right. Let's go take a look at door 2. I guess we're doing this then. They were back in front of the elevator. Nearby was a large hospital room. The elevator could take them down to door 2. After a few minutes of discussion, they decided that Clover, Santa, June, and 7 would go. 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. Alright, let's get going. I'll see you later. Okay, be careful, June. They climbed into the elevator and Junpei listened to it creak and rattle its way to the bottom deck. Only Junpei, Ace, and Lotus were left. As the elevator rumbled out of sight, Ace spoke. Lotus, would you be so kind as to go with me? Go with you? I didn't think people still talked that way out of the 1950s. Well, I'm a mother. Would that be a problem for you? That wasn't what I meant to. I was hoping you would come with me. Seriously though, I was kidding. My god, Lotus. So where was it you wanted to take me? There's something I wanted to show you. Hey man, what the hell? I'm not important enough? Yeah, I guess we're just getting ditched here. Well, it's not like that. Once I've shown Lotus, I'll show you. Really? Why just Lotus? Can it be both of us at once? Of course. Ace's smile was friendly. Fine. Do whatever you want. Thank you. Are you coming, Lotus? Fine. Doesn't look like they're going to be back anytime soon. Apologies for that. I'm back. Throat got a little bit tickly. It's still a little bit tickly, so if I'm coughing a bit, I apologize. I'll try and cut it out. I might as well go see whatever it is you think is so important. Thank you. Well then, shall we go? And off they go. Ace turned and began to walk. Lotus followed. Well, I guess that leaves just Junpei on his own. Congratulations, Junpei, you've been abandoned. They disappeared into the hallway on the left. So now we wait, I guess. Literally nothing else for us to do. Junpei wasn't sure how long they'd been gone when the elevator suddenly opened. A single person stood there. Clover? Where is everyone? Clover. She looked at Junpei, then slowly, purposefully stepped out of the elevator. The door closed behind her. Clover, what happened? Where is everyone? Where's everybody else? What happened? She didn't answer. Instead, her eyes swept the room and then settled on Junpei. Where are Ace and Lotus? Junpei explained what had happened. They still haven't come back either. Oh, then they went over there. Her voice was small and timid. Yeah, I think so. He repeated his earlier question. So where are June and Santa and 7? Why aren't they with you? You really want to know? There was something wrong with her smile. Yeah? I'm starting to think I don't want to know. Okay, sure. Here, let me show you. Clover pulled something out of her pocket and tossed it onto the floor at Junpei's feet. He looked down. On the floor in front of him were 3 metal rings. Bracelets. Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. Junpei collapsed. No, no way. This has got to be some kind of joke. This can't be real. Junpei's body felt like rubber. His heart felt like a cold lump in his chest, and his hands shook uncontrollably. Sweat poured down his face. The 3 bracelets sat there on the floor before him. You could see the numbers on their faces. 3, 7, and 6. Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from this ship. 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or detects that its wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically. But why? Junpei's voice was flat and broken. Clover's response was cold. Revenge for my brother. He was forced into door 3 and murdered. You need at least 3 people to open a door. Who are the 2 that opened the door with him? It could only have been Santa and 7. That's why I killed them. 2 plus 3 plus 7 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. But why? Why did you kill June? Because she tried to protect them. She was in my way. She had to die too. No. Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to wake himself from what he had to be a dream. It couldn't be real. It just couldn't. Hey, Junpei. He felt Clover's hand on his shoulder. Her smile was wrong. Horribly wrong. Her face looked like a mask made from stretched human skin. The smile that parted her lips did not extend to her eyes. They were dead and empty. The girl in front of him was no longer the Clover he had known. Perhaps she was not even human. Let's go. Her hand reached out toward him. Let's get out of here. Let's leave this ship. What the hell are you talking about? To open a numbered door. Yes, I know. You need at least 3 people. But as long as we have this... Once again, Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out. It was another bracelet. Junpei could see the number on the face. 0. 0. You've got something in your pocket. What is it? Oh, this? This is... She chopped his hand off. See? You get it now? If we have the 0 bracelet, we can leave. You and I can open door 9 with just the 2 of us. 4 plus 5 plus 0 is 9. See? So let's go. Come on! Hurry up! She shoved out her hand again. Junpei looked up at Clover. She had the face of a demon. But there was something else. There was a holy light that surrounded her. She was both a fierce god and a benevolent goddess filled with love. Junpei? Her voice was soft. Her eyes weren't empty anymore. They were deep. So deep, Junpei could feel himself falling into them. He felt dizzy. There was something oddly bewitching about her. His mind was beginning to crack and his heart began to melt. Junpei? The hand she was offering him. It looked so soft, so inviting. Junpei reached out with his own trembling hand and closed it over hers. Junpei writhed in agony. He shuddered and twitched, his body spasming as he went into shock. He screamed until his throat was torn and bloody, and then screamed more. His cries echoed across the room. Eventually, his movement slowed, then faded. There was no more strength left in Junpei. He could feel his body begin to go numb. He no longer felt pain. He no longer felt anything. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. The last remnants of his mind began to fade. Even as his vision faded to nothingness, he saw Clover. Thanks, Junpei. I'm just gonna borrow this, okay? Her smile was cold. What was left of Junpei's conscious mind drifted away. All that was left was a twisted, broken corpse. Well, I suppose now we know who has been killing people. Clover, in revenge for her brother. In the sub-ending, I suppose she must have been faking her death in order to kill everyone in sight? She believes that Santa and Seven? Seven was with us, Santa was with the rest in sub-ending, so she must have gone after Santa, and then everyone else tried to stop her and she killed them one by one. Maybe she caught them off guard? Because that's a lot of people she'd have to overpower. In the knife ending, I suppose... that doesn't make sense, though. Why would she go after Lotus? Lotus wasn't one of her suspects. And then Junpei was killed, presumably for finding the body. Things aren't fully adding up yet, but Clover is definitely someone we need to be very cautious of. So things have gone horribly wrong at this point. We have achieved all 3 bad endings. So I think next time, it's time to begin doing this right. Let's get through this correctly this time. And let's find a way to get off of this ship, finally, and see what's truly going on here in Zero Escape 999. I will see everyone next time for that.